Okay, so this is the case of Richardson versus Richardson. Mr. Richardson, talk to me. Why are we here?
Your Majesty, I just I really want out of this marriage. Ever since I met this woman, when I met her, she was the perfect girl for me. You know, she tried to make me happy, and we had a great relationship. But after we got married, she totally changed. She turned into a whole different person. She won't work, she won't cook. She do everything. She want to move her whole family in the house, and she's disrespectful. You know, I'm sick of her, Your Honor. And we got a little child. I ain't trying to say the child ain't mine, but I just ain't feeling that little boy. Something ain't right, so I want to get a DNA test on that too. And I want out.
Wow. So, Mrs. Richardson, Mr. Richardson seem to have a lot to say. Is there anything you want to say? Talk to me. Tell me your version of what's going on in this marriage.
Giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, before I cuss his ass out.
Oh,
that's the first thing. Yes, I done a lot of those things in the beginning. That was to get you. That's why I did it.
See?
To get you. And
See?
yes, my son and his girlfriend and her 3 kids stay with us because they ain't got nowhere to go, and they gonna continue to stay with us. And if the little one ain't yours, feed him till he look like you.
Okay, hold on a second. So, Miss Richardson, so you have an older son. How old is your oldest child? How old is your oldest son?
He's 26 years old. He's 20.
He's 26 years old. Did you and Mr. Richardson discuss him and his family, your son and his family, moving into the home prior to you?
Why would I ask him? My son needed me. I'm his mother. That's my only begotten son.
So what about the other? So wait, is that your only son, or what about the 6-year-old or the 5-year-old that's in question here?
Oh, I mean, you know.
The little boy don't look nothing like me. He's 6 years old. You still breastfeed him. He can't read, he can't walk, he can't talk. Ain't nobody in my family dumb. Little boy, light skin, got freckles, Your Honor. I don't know. That boy ain't none of mine.
Okay, so Mr. Richardson, let's back this thing all the way up. Where did you meet Mrs. Richardson at? Where did you guys meet? Give me some backstory.
A beautiful day.
Hold on, Miss Richardson.
Down in Russian Park. I was down there hanging out. She was down there. She was looking pretty. She didn't have all that old turquoise hair. Look what she wore in court. Look at her. She like school in the summertime. Girl ain't got no class. When I met her, she looked good. She had on a sundress. She was looking good. She was walking. I talked to her. She was beautiful. Had a beautiful smile. I took her to Applebee's. She was nice. She knew how to act. I'm telling you, right after we got married, she switched on me, dog. She switched on me. The girl's so ghetto, man. I swear. They be scared of her in the ghetto. And then she gonna bring her mom over there.
Hold on a second, Mrs. Richardson. At any point in this union, did you tell Mrs. Richardson that she didn't have to work, that she no longer had to work and to contribute to the household?
No. What kind of player gonna say something like that? She told me she was gonna help her. This would have been a 50-50 thing.
Okay, hold on a second. So, Miss Richardson, did Mr. Richardson tell you that you no longer had to work once you all were married?
No, he didn't tell me I had to work. My job told me I had to work. They fired me. And when I got fired, I just felt like I'm going to stay at home and I'm going to re-transition my life and try to go into
She got fired because she kept home. She wouldn't go to work. That's why they fired her.
Okay, so hold on. So you decided to be a stay-at-home mom to a 26-year-old?
The 5-year-old, not the 26-year-old.
So the 26-year-old, does the 26-year-old contribute to the household bills?
He don't have no money.
Your Honor, she
Talk
had
to me, Mr.
a
Richardson.
5-year-old 7 months after I met her.
Shut up! That is a lie. That is a lie. And you and your mama gonna stop talking about my damn baby. She don't never keep our baby. She always keep your
smoking mama. She moved her mama in, and her mama is, I'm trying to be as respectful as I can. Her mama's a hoe. Her mama's a hoe. She messing with the mailman, the milkman. I get some broke. Her mama, I'm telling you, she's a hoe. She come from a long time hoe. Grandmama was a hoe. I know all this.
Mr. Richardson.
Did you call my mama a hoe?
Your mama is one of the best. No. She good.
Mr. Richardson. Mr. Hold on. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Order in the court. Hold on a second, Mr. Richardson. All right. Obviously, both of you are exhausted with this union as a couple.
I won't out.
Mr. Richardson, you've been very... Hold on, Mr. Richardson. You've been very adamant about wanting out of this marriage. Mrs. Richardson, do you feel the exact same way?
I do not.
Okay, so Mr. Richardson, what are you seeking in this divorce? What are you looking for in this divorce?
Your Majesty, not only do I want out, I want everything I spent on her, everything I bought her. I want everything I spent on her little hoish mama, and her little bum ass brother, and that little boy. That ain't my little boy. And I want all that back too. I want out.
Okay, so have you guys hold on, Mrs. Richardson. Go ahead, Miss Richardson. I'm listening. Go ahead. Since you still want to talk, go ahead.
I want Mr. Richardson to get it back in blood. That's how you gonna get your money. I'm not.
So let me ask you guys a question, because y'all seem to be all over the place. So, Mr. Richardson, have you guys legitimized the child?
He doesn't legitimize. That's his child. We're married.
You gotta understand. Your Majesty.
That's my husband.
I was in love with this woman. I thought I didn't question nothing.
You still are. You keep trying to get over me every night. Don't nobody want to do it to you every night. And why you always dressed like a prosecutor? Why you always look like you?
Because I got a job.
Don't nobody want to see nobody looking out uppity and stiff all the time. Yeah, I dress like a city girl cause I'm fly.
Exactly. Dressed like little Kim grandmama. What?
Mr. Richardson, when you met Mrs. Richardson, how was she dressing? What was her apparel?
She had on a sundress. She had black hair, and she had a little weave like everybody else. She looked good. Her little booty was sticking out in there. She looked good. She looked
How long did you guys date before you decided to get engaged?
Man, since I said I do.
3 weeks. That man wanted me, and now
I wanted you. You was a whole different person. Look at you now.
No.
You don't even look like the same person. What you got?
So question.
Soul food restaurant.
So question, Mr. Richardson, what are your complaints? Why are we here? Tell me what your complaints are.
She's not the wife she represented herself.
When you say she's not the wife that she represented herself to be, what has changed since the day you saw her at Gresham Park? What's changed?
She was sweet.
What is everything?
She did everything I wanted to do. She did it. We was fine. She didn't have all these opinions. Now, as soon as I said I do, now she got an opinion. She don't want to do this. She don't want to do that. All of a sudden, she don't like my mama. How the hell you don't like my mama? My mama used to do it.
And she talk too much.
See, my mama go to church, but her mama go to the pool hall and play dice with the homies. But she don't like mama.
Your mama need to turn all that gospel music down, because don't nobody believe her, me nor God.
You're going to hell. She undisciplined. She always unsatisfied me. She don't cook. She don't clean. She don't wash. She half do everything. I call her 50%. She half do everything. I'm sick of her, and I want out.
Okay, Ms. Richardson, what are your sentiments about the situation? Where are we at with how you feeling right now?
Let me tell you where we at. He is not going to get a divorce from me because I want to be in this marriage. I know I want to be in this marriage.
I bet you do.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, Mr. Richardson. Go, Miss Richardson, you talk to me. Don't worry about him. Okay. You talk to me. Go ahead.
Because I did all the things that he liked. I did the stuff that he wanted to do. I went on the Falcons game. Every time they lose, this man crying in my arms like a baby. I done been there for him. I only did this because I wanted to be with him. And now that I got him, I feel a little more relaxed.
So let me ask you a question. So hold on. Let me ask you a question, Ms. Richardson. Because Mr. Richardson has made some very strong accusations here. Are you no longer cooking? Are you no longer cleaning? Are you no longer satisfying him sexually in the bedroom? Are you no longer washing, maintaining the home?
Okay, let me tell you something. I am trying to start my business. I am making jewelry. So I don't have time to be cleaned up behind myself when I'm doing these things.
Wait. Hold on. Are you saying you don't have time to clean up behind yourself or Mr. Richardson?
Nobody.
So do you expect Mr. Richardson to work, support the home, and then come home and clean up after you've been home all day?
No, I really don't expect that.
So who's gonna clean up the home?
I can compromise on the cleanup.
Okay, so tell me about the other things. Are you no longer cooking? Like, how are you guys eating? Like, he's providing the income for the home. Who's doing the cooking? How are you guys surviving?
Tell you who's doing the cooking. I put the stuff in the crock pot. Now, after I put it on for some hours, it cook itself. Now,
So y'all eating? So y'all are eating crock pot meals every night?
She burns 8 out of 10 of those meals because she put them on and she hit the street. Look at her, y'all. What's with the wig? What's with the wig?
So let me ask you. Okay, so let me ask you guys a question. Is the love still there? Mr. Richardson, are you still in love with your wife?
Yes.
Hell
Mrs.
no.
Richardson, not you. So that's a no. Am I correct, Mr. Richardson? You're no longer.
Hell no.
Mrs. Richardson, you do not want to end the union.
I'm not going to end the union, and I slap the taste out his mouth if he say
Okay,
that.
make nobody stay mad.
Okay. All right, so what I'm gathering here, Mrs. Richardson, as this union is beyond counseling, it appears to be extremely toxic, leaving me no choice but to therefore dissolve the union. I get it. You would like to stay married to Mr. Richardson, but Mr. Richardson doesn't feel the same way, and I cannot force him to stay married to you. You yourself has admitted that you are no longer doing the wifely duties that you once did and you signed up for. You've actually become a liability to his happiness.
Wait a minute. We Jehovah's Witness. I'm not letting him go. We Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so listen. Okay, so listen. I've heard enough. All right. So, Mr. Richardson, what are you seeking in the divorce?
I want everything I spent on her and everything.
What is everything you spent on her, Mr. Richardson? I don't know what you spent on her, so tell me what you spent on her.
I'd say about $200,000. And Your Honor, I want another $100,000. I used to be a very happy person. She stole my joy, and now I have suicidal thoughts. I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. She stole my joy. She's a thief of happiness.
So she's a thief of happiness.
No, I didn't steal your joy. You can't get an erection. That's what stole your joy.
You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because you're mean and hateful. You stole that too. Add another 50,000. She stole my erection.
All right. I've heard enough. And normally we don't do things this way, but we have one person who's all the way to the left and wanting out of the marriage, and another person who's all the way to the right who wants to salvage the marriage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an executive decision, and I am going to render my verdict for grounds of legal separation. I say we try this for 6 months and then we come back.
So she's violent and I need an order of protection.
Okay, I understand she's violent and you needed an order of protection, but you didn't show me your order of protection today. I get it. So what I am going to do is oh, you need an order of protection.
Yes, I'm afraid of her.
So now you're afraid. Okay, cool. All right. So listen. I've heard enough. I'm ready to make my ruling. And what I am going to do is, because we obviously have a difference of opinion here. Mr. Richardson is seeking complete separation. He wants out of the union. Mrs. Richardson says she believes there's more hope that they can try to patch things up. So because of that, I am going to rule in favor of a legal separation for a year. The state of North Carolina states that you guys have to be separated for at least 1 year before you can file for a motion. Before you can file for a motion, I'll get to that. Before you can file for a motion for divorce. So therefore, I will grant legal separation for the term of 1 year, and then we can revisit the situation.
How am I supposed to sleep with her stalking around here with knives and stuff in her hand?
You guys can figure that part out. Now, our courts will issue a paternity test. Now, Mr. Richardson, keep in mind that if Elijah turns out to be your child and you guys are involved in a legal separation, you will be liable for child support.
Right.
So Mrs. Richardson can then take you to family court and do an amendment for the case and seek child support.
Right, Mr.
You know what?
I
don't even worry about that.
Mrs. Richardson, hold on. Go ahead, Mr. Richardson. I'm listening.
I'm not worried about that because that boy ain't none of mine.
So no problem. We'll do the paternity test, and if Elijah comes out to be your son, which Mrs. Richardson is 100% confident in, then she can pursue with family court and child support.
You know what? This ain't even what I came in here for. I think y'all biased to her. Y'all always on the woman's side. I'm telling you, the baby ain't mine. They gonna put me on child support. I do all I can. I'm a hard-working black man. And y'all, man, this ain't right, man. This ain't right. This ain't right.
It's not about whether whether or not it's right in your opinion. It's about if it's the law, and it's the law, Mr. Richardson. So we will execute a paternity test, and you know, if Elijah turns out to be your son, then it's up to Mrs. Richardson at that point on whether or not she'd like to see money from child support. Okay, so there you have it. That's my verdict. That's my verdict. I'm ruling in favor of temporary separation for the terms of 1 year, and we can revisit the situation after that. That's my verdict.
Baby. Yeah, that is.
Do you have a dispute and would like to settle it before our forum? If so, contact us at info@basicallyctv.com. Basically Court TV, where the disputes are somewhat real and everyday disagreements are handled however the judge sees fit.